Fuck, I don't know how to do this intro.
Neither. We've done like 7 pre-rolls.
I know, we've got clips for days now. We got blooper reels for days. But like, cause I don't want to be, cause we have to. We got to be like, hey, it's Vincent. Hey, it's Sage.
Let's not do that, cause I don't want to do
And
that.
I don't want to be like, yo, Sage, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
So I don't think
I
we
don't
should.
want to do that.
I think we should just talk like we normally do, where we don't really acknowledge each other.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Sage Six Pass here. Today I got with me Vented and whatever. I want to do that.
All right. So we're rolling now. That was the intro.
Oh my.
I'm gonna use that as the intro, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, we're gonna get laughed at. We're a bunch of clowns. If I use that as the intro, they're gonna be like, who are these clowns? But it might just work. It might just work.
It might be so crazy, it might just work.
It might just work. But here's the next part. I don't know how to hold on.
Set up the video.
Yeah, I don't know how to set up like explaining the rules and stuff.
Yeah, because it's weird if we're like, alright, so today we're going to be discussing, don't use this, today we're going to be discussing the top 5, our personal favorite fights in anime. I got a list, he's got a list, and by the end of this video we're going to have to decide on one definitive top 5 anime fights.
And then are we gonna do a caution? This is just our opinion. Nothing we say is actual factual.
Don't say that because we look like weak niggas.
You don't have to believe.
We look like weak niggas.
But so but we can't also be cocky. We can't be cocky. We can't be weak, but we can't
Just
be
don't
cocky.
say anything about it. Just don't say anything about it.
Let's not say anything about it. But we're also not gonna ask for likes.
Yeah, of course not. Also, tell me Hinata is not a fucking up there, bro.
Bro, Hinata is fucking up there, bro. Maybe we'll have people start discussions in the comments, though.
Yeah.
Juice,
Right,
juice,
yeah.
juice.
That'll work.
I got the juice. I got
Song.
the juice.
I haven't heard that song in a long
That's
time.
a fire song. Oh wait, we're getting
Get off topic. Get off topic.
All right.
All right. You start off first. What do you got on your list first?
So my first fight that I picked is from One Piece. I chose Zoro versus Mr. One. That he fucks up Mr. One, bro. Cause Mr. One's cocky. He's like,
They do the thing where they dap past each other.
Yeah, it's real crazy. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Okay, well, what do you got next?
Sorry, that was a long ass explanation, bro. The next one I have is Deku versus Muscular.
Okay.
I felt like
I don't have that on mine, but it was definitely an honorable mention. Just because one moment, but it doesn't have like.
It's the entire fight isn't as crazy.
He hits him with the 100% smash. He gets up, holds him back for a little bit, gets kind of fucked up. Then he hits him with another 100%, I think.
Yeah, and then like he's about to die. But I just thought it was crazy. I just you seen it, I've seen it. It's fucking crazy. That's a top anime moment right there. A comeback
for sure.
story. My next one is Kirito versus Heathcliff. The final fight on like room
so which one were they fighting in the?
Where he's not in the arena. I'm talking about when they're in like the dungeon, like floor 74.
Yeah.
And he's fighting.
It's past the
Asuna
glitch.
Asuna just died, or he thinks Asuna just died, and so he's like freaking out.
Grabs
and he takes her sword. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was crazy, and I was just thinking, cause it was crazy how Kirito had already kind of figured out that he was Heathcliff during that arena fight. And then it comes back and you figure out like, okay, Kirito starts explaining. You're like, oh shit. And then they start duking it out. And he
gets past like the. Doesn't he like?
Wait, what?
His health bar goes down all the way, and he like wills it back up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wills past it and comes back, and then he finishes.
Oh yeah, because he starts phasing away.
Yeah.
But then he I remember that. Okay, yeah, that's fire. That's
because he didn't want to leave Asuna. So yeah, that was crazy. My next one is Natsu versus Jalal. It's a fairy tale fight. And so Natsu knocks out Urza, bro. He says he boom gut punches her, bro. He gut punches her and says, "I'm sorry,
like
Urza."
Vegeta did to Trunks.
Yeah. It's the first time he enters his kind of semi-dragon mode, and he goes off and beats the fuck out of Jalal for Urza. And it had Urza, kind of there. She was there, and you know how I feel about Urza. She's up there.
We all know Urza. Wait, was that 5?
That was 4. My last one. Well, I mean, I have a few extra. I have 2 extra, but I have Meliodas versus the 10 Commandments. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I don't think that needs any explanation. That was crazy.
Nope.
It was nothing but crazy. When it started out, him versus Droll and Gloxinia first, and then when they all show up, and they're all boxing.
He's speeding through. He's flying. He's got the wings.
Yeah, the wings, and he's slicing stuff up, and yeah, it's crazy.
So that's definitely up there.
I'm gonna just tell you my last 2. I have Akame versus Esdeath.
Okay.
I don't think that needs any explanation either.
Oh, yeah.
That was fire. Crazy. And my last one, I was thinking, what Naruto fight do I choose? Because a Naruto fight has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
And I could not wrap my head around it. I was like, maybe Kakashi versus Obito.
It's up there.
I was like, it's up there. I was like, maybe, obviously you got the Rock Lee versus Gaara. Rock Lee and Gaara versus Kimimaru's up there. Every Naruto and Sasuke fight. I chose Naruto versus Tendo Pain.
Okay.
Because...
That leads perfectly into my list, Eric, because I got Naruto versus Tendo Pain.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 sections to Naruto versus Pain. There's the part where he first shows up, he pulls up on all the toads, he's just got stage mode, he pulls up on them. That fight's alright. Fight's alright. But when it gets crazy is when Hinata comes in.
Yep.
When Hinata comes in and gets rocked by Pain. So what people like to bring up about Naruto versus Pain is the animation is bad, which it's not necessarily bad, it's just different than the whole rest of the show is.
Yeah.
The animation, just the story of it. So this dude Naruto, Pain killed Jiraiya, right?
Yeah.
Killed Kakashi. Pain wiped out the entire village, killing who knows how many people when he did that. And then he thinks he kills Hinata, bro. So when he unleashes that Nine-Tails Fox thing and just starts duking it out, and don't even get me started on when he gets caught in the Chubaku Tensei and starts unleashing all tails. One of my favorite scenes in Naruto is when Yamato is racing to get back to the village and he's got the steel thing on his hand.
He's looking at it. He's like, "Oh no, I'm not
gonna make it. Shit!" And he goes, 8 tails. He's like, "What the fuck? 8 tails?" And then he stops because and Naruto's about to rip the seal off of the cage, and the 4th Hokage comes in. Naruto versus Pain. Naruto versus Pain is definitely on the list. It's definitely on the list.
If there's any fight, in Naruto, I think that tops all of them because of the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, the emotional roller coaster.
When Yamato was right there, the Hinata situation, after Kakashi, the entirely village, Jiraiya.
He's about to rip the seal off. The music is intense.
Yeah, and then Minato shows up. That's top tier.
That's definitely on the list.
That's top tier.
Yeah, for sure. So another one that I had on here that you mentioned was Akame versus Esdeath.
Yeah, I think
fire.
The swordsmanship, the animation, the story, and
the way they each use their powers is really cool too.
They use their powers, yeah. How Akame's sword will kill anyone it touches, but she is able to control it and use it to get stronger. Yeah, that's crazy. And when Esdet freezes,
image, bro.
when she
the
freezes
after
time,
image
goes to stab Esdet or Akame, and it's her after image, bro.
The
after image is one of the craziest scenes.
Yeah,
that's one of the craziest scenes that Akame got killed. Even though there was a lot of crazy shit, but that was one of the most hype scenes.
That's definitely up there. That's definitely up there.
Yeah.
All right, another one I got is Eren versus the Armored Titan.
I want you to explain that one. I want you to
listen. I will explain it because they start fighting is when that intense scene on the wall happens, where Eren knows that they're Titans. They're starting to figure out that they know, and
right after they just right when they say are trying to explain that they're the Titans.
Reiner just flat out says we're the Titans, and Eren's like, what are you talking about? Come on, stop joking around. Because Eren knows they actually are the Titans because they had figured it out beforehand.
Yeah.
And Mikasa comes in swinging her sword, but she hesitates. Because they're friends.
Yeah, so she doesn't fully kill him.
Yeah, and then don't even get me started on the music, bro.
Right, First of all. That Mikasa scene is one of the craziest scenes ever, bro. Like, that shit was so crazy, but she sliced through, cut Bertholt's neck open, bro. He was like, sliced Reiner's arms. And then when they're sitting on the wall and they look and they go, is it time? And when they look at Eren and everybody, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Then the music cue hits and Eren turns into a Titan and he says something crazy. I forget what he says, but he says something intense. And then he turns into a Titan, and then the Titan brawl's on. And first, Eren's getting rocked by the Armored Titan. Eren is getting rocked. But then they start grappling. And that's when they start grappling with the flashbacks.
Yeah, with Annie, doesn't he start using
with Annie moves? And then he says to Reinhardt, he says, you should have never taught me how to fight. And he hits him with the chokehold, and he starts popping the.
Yeah, he starts breaking his armor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he starts breaking the armor.
And then fucking Berthold is just
on top of him, just dumbass.
Belly flops, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Another one I got on is Saitama versus Boros.
Is that the final guy?
Yeah, the final guy in One Punch Man.
I missed that one. I was gonna say. Now that I think about it, I would have said that one, but I didn't even think of One Punch Man. That's crazy.
It's just crazy. It's just, I don't know how much in detail I gotta go into this one. The moon scene, well, I'll never forget, where he hits him so hard, Saitama goes flying into space, crashes into the moon, looks around, holds his breath, and just jumps back. That is so crazy to me. I don't know why it's so crazy to me, but I'll never forget that.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That's so fucking crazy.
The last one I have, Cell versus Teen Gohan.
Shoot. Alright. I couldn't think of a Dragon Ball Z fight. I don't know how I forgot about that fight since Teen Gohan's like my favorite character.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's not really much explaining to do there either. Teen Gohan.
The father-son Kamehameha. The self-destruction. Goku sacrifice.
Yeah, so Goku sacrifice. Gohan pulls up like as this Super Saiyan 2. No one else is Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Pulls up out of nowhere. Everybody's getting fucked up by Cell Juniors, and he's just like one-shotting them, bro. He's that strong, and he starts duking it out. Doesn't Goku give Cell a sensu bean?
Yeah, Goku gives Cell a sensu bean.
Just because he knows how powerful Gohan is.
And then Piccolo freaking out on Goku, being like, "Your son's dead, Goku! He's dead!"
Yeah, it's crazy.
That doesn't need any explaining.
Yeah. Oh, I just had crazy.
Dragon Ball's got a
deja
lot of
vu.
fights. It's got a lot of fights.
I was trying to think of like, you know, Goku Jiren is, but like.
Yeah, Goku Jiren's a good one. Broly versus Vegito.
Yeah.
Vegito versus Majin Buu.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not.
Say.
I don't think
Go say
Frieza.
it.
I don't think Frieza versus Goku.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it.
All right.
But
I think maybe it's just been so long. I think it's just been so long.
You know what's crazy from Goku versus Frieza though is when Goku's getting stomped on, and I think it's Krillin says like, "Oh, it's got nothing to worry about.
Krillin's
He just
dead,
gotta use Kaio." But this is before Krillin dies.
Oh.
It's Krillin, or maybe Yamcha says it. Oh yeah, I think it's either Yamcha or Tien says it on King Kai's planet, where he says, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about because Goku's just about to bust out Kaioken," and then King Kai's like, "Hold up, who is already using Kaioken, and he's getting rocked."
Oh, true. All right.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Then
I
when
think it's just
the first Super Saiyan transformation is also crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I just remember how long it took.
It's a long ass fight.
was a
It's like
long
6
ass fight.
hours with like all the side stuff.
Yeah. Also, I will say an honorable mention for Dragon Ball is Goku and Vegeta versus all those Meta Coolers, bro. That is crazy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
In that movie where they're like, fighting like thousands.
In the Meta Cooler
of them?
movie, yeah. Is there 2 Meta Cooler movies, or is there a Cooler movie and then a Meta Cooler movie?
Cooler and then Meta Cooler, and then I think there's a third one. But...
Yeah. So what about Yamcha versus the Cybermen? We both had Naruto versus Pain. That's on there for.
That's gonna be on
for sure, right?
We both had Akame versus Esdeath, but I don't know if that's on there.
We'll come back to that one.
Alright,
so what you had, what was a short rundown of your list so far?
Alright, Zoro versus Mr. One. I don't think that's on there. If I'm I'll keep it real. And Zoro says the coolest shit I've ever heard, bro. He says, scars on a swordsman's back are like shameful. He's like, I'm not gonna run away from this fight. I lost fair and square. If you're gonna slice me while I'm staring at you. I think the emotional aspect is not there on the level as some of the other picks.
Yeah.
And I also don't think Deku vs. Muscular is on there because it wasn't that long of a fight. It wasn't like, it was crazy, but as a fight overall, there wasn't much fighting.
Yeah.
It was kind of it was kind of like the Konohamaru Jugo thing. Or
we're just
when
like
Konohamaru Rasengan that pain.
Well, cause they're clashing for like 5 minutes where they're just kind of pushing back against each other. It's crazy fight. It's crazy moment. But I don't know if it's all time.
It's a crazy moment, but
I don't know if it's greatest of all time.
Yeah. My next one's Kirito vs. Heathcliff.
Okay. Yeah. We could put that one on there.
I think that one's on there because I don't.
Yeah.
Everything that led up to that was crazy. Everything, and then Asuna, bro, going down. He thinks Asuna's dead. Everybody thinks Asuna's dead.
I'll let that go on there. And that's when Sword Art Online should have ended.
That's when Sword Art Online, should have ended.
Could have been the definitive ending.
Or maybe, like, even with the scene, when
they're
Asuna's
in, like,
actually still alive, the purgatory.
Yeah, they're in like the heaven area. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe she's still alive, and then they like see each other in real life and shit, and then it just ends.
Yeah, that's where it should have ended.
But they got cocky. They got greedy. They got greedy. My next is Natsu versus
the. No, we'll get that out of here.
Yeah, that's out of there. That's out of there. I was gonna say that's out of there. It's out of there.
Are we putting Eren versus the Armored Titan on here?
I think we gotta come back to that one. I think we gotta figure out. So Naruto versus Pain's on there. Kirito versus Heathcliff's on there. Is Meliodas versus the 10 Commandments on there?
Yes,
you gotta think
Meliodas versus the 10 Commandments.
You gotta think about Bond's when Bond came in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meliodas versus 10 Commandments is on the list for sure. I forgot about that one when I was making this.
Alright.
That's definitely up there.
So, who do you have still?
Got Saitama versus Boros.
All right.
Cell versus Gohan.
And the Armored Titan.
Then Akame versus Death.
And then Akame versus. So we have 4 left. And 2 spots. To fill.
So Saitama. What about Saitama versus Boros?
The reason I don't think Saitama versus Boros, I don't think it should be on there, because it's a sick fight. But it's not as crazy as some of the other fights. The
in One Punch Man or in this list?
In One Punch Man. So like, I mean, I'm saying that fight in One Punch Man is not as crazy as some of the fights on these lists. I feel like.
Well, it's got no emotional ties to it.
That's what I was thinking. It's got like no emotion at all, because he's
just 2 dudes fighting.
Yeah, he's just an emotionless character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to see him finally going toe to toe with somebody.
Even he doesn't really go toe to toe.
But he still doesn't. Yeah.
He just kind of lets him punch him around for a little bit, and then he just
Yeah, and he like hits a couple punches, and he's like, "What the?" I didn't take him out. And then he just kind of like.
But then he uses the
100 punches or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on there. I think. Yeah. All right. Now we got 2 slots and 3 left.
I mean, is Cell versus Gohan going on the list? Come on, man. You can't tell me Cell versus Gohan's not on the list.
I'm just trying to compare all 3 of them.
You can't say Cell versus Gohan's not on the list.
It's on the list. It's on the list. It's on the list. Alright, and then...
Okay, so 1 more slot with how many left? 3 left?
We've got 2 left. Akame versus Death and the Armored Titan fight.
Ooh. I don't know. I
think... If I'm being real, I think the Armored Titan might be crazier.
I think so too.
It might be crazier. However, let's not
emotional.
However, I knew you were gonna say that, but let's not forget about this. Even though Tatsumi is arguably the worst character in anime history, he just died in a super crazy way, and then basically saving the entire world, basically, or the kingdom, the capital. And he dies right in front of Akame. And Akame's like, fuck. Then Akame kind of goes off and starts. But even Akame doesn't really have that much emotion. She doesn't really like get upset over it. But
like Esdeath is more upset over it than Akame
Esdeath's more upset. And it's crazy when Esdeath freezes them together and then they destroy. The ice destroys and they both are gone. When Esdeath and Tatsumi, do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
She lays there with him and they freeze because she's dying from the poison. Bro, that was kind of crazy. But I think the Armored Titan fight.
Yeah, I think it's Eren versus the Armored Titan. Build up that led to it.
The build up, yeah, and I think there was just slightly more emotion. Because Akame got killed definitely had emotional moments, but there was, because Tatsumi was such a trash character. Is there a worse character? Ganta. The dude from Future Diary. But they're the same character.
Same character.
But well, that's it.
That's the list. So we got Naruto versus Pain, Kirito versus Heathcliff, Meliodas versus the Ten Commandments, Cell versus Gohan,
and Eren versus the Armored Titan. Are those the 5 best fights in anime history? Oh shoot!
I'll say this right now. Looking at this list, these are not the top 5 fights in anime history.